Good evening, welcome to Military Strategies. We are live right now. December 31, 2025, the last day or the first of a new story. United States Central Command, Israel, United States. This 2025, they made history in Iran, and now it's the Iranian people who are asking for freedom. Family, your likes, your comments. Iran is in chaos. Let's begin. Oh.
Good evening, family. Welcome to Military Strategies. As you can see, Iran. It seems like we're in the 1980s when a revolution arrived, led by an Ayatollah exiled in France, who came to bring freedom and democracy to a people who had expelled the monarchy. Year 2025, final day, United Community. Iran is asking for freedom. There is chaos going on in the streets right now. It's unbelievable. The regime knows that there is obviously international interest in seeing the regime fall. This fall happens nothing more, nothing less than from within, that it happens from the Iranian people themselves. But of course, what's happening right now is complete uncertainty. What could happen? What could occur? What Iran might bring? Today, we have a lot of information. A lot of things that are happening, that are taking place on the last day of the year. The last day of the year. Welcome to Military Strategies. Thank you, family, for an amazing 2005. Later, we have a show with the best moments of Military Strategies 2025. I invite you all to watch and enjoy it together as one big family. Thank you. Do you also have super chat goals? Well, honestly, I want to wish the whole world a happy 2026. As much as possible. Obviously, there are ongoing conflicts. There are things happening, things going on right now, and it's important for us to be clear about where we stand in history. Super, super important. So, family, I invite you to leave your likes, your comments, and subscribe to the channel. What's happening in Iran? There's also been a possible elimination of a high-profile member of the Revolutionary Guard. We have a photograph. The one in charge of suppressing the protests. He mysteriously landed in a hospital. And the machine that monitors. The heart rate has stopped beating. So get ready for what we're about to see. Streets of Tehran. Well, there's one that really impressed me. There's one that I think is incredible. Look, this happened yesterday. What's going on? It's the Grand Iranian Bazaar closed. Yesterday, the Grand Iranian Bazaar closed its doors. No one opened their shops. Day 30, day 31.
Oh no.
Day 31, people started a protest inside the bazaar. The security forces of repression of Ayatollah were trying to stop the historic Grand Bazaar of Tehran, the Grand Iranian Bazaar. Many movies have come out, including one called Argos. I recommend you watch it. Revolution, Assault on the Embassy, Kidnapped, a truly crazy movie. What else is happening? Look, demonstrations during the day. This is not just a small group of people in a neighborhood of Tehran. No, it's people going out into the streets, taking over the streets. All over Iran, there are few, right now, important protests at this moment while we're talking, practically the whole country. Israel has also spoken out about this. And get ready, because the regime will take 0.4 seconds to blame Israel and possibly launch an attack against Israel to divert attention. Get ready with this. Pay attention to what the regime is doing. Mass arrests of people who are protesting. They're persecuting dissidents. And do we already know how this ends and what does it mean? During the night, the dissidents writing on the walls, writing everywhere. Goodbye to the dictatorship. According to his own people, the Ayatollah's days are numbered. How curious. The same people who welcome them as heroes and saviors now deny and reject them. In the most scandalous way possible. Take a look. Using water cannons to make the protesters leave. Tehran, in water-scarce Iran, chooses to use its limited water to spray people and carry out repression. People don't get tired. Young people, the youth of the country, are rising up. And these are critical moments, very, very critical moments.
Oh!
Down Khomeini.
Down, down.
Who would have told us this? That since the month of June, we would be fighting the 12-day war now. Witnesses to the fall of the regime or just a real chance for it to fall? I think that was planned too. I'm certain in some way a foreign power is involved. You can guess who. First involved in this story might have an interest in seeing the Ayatollahs leave. It's completely obvious. Look.
Let's see.
Streets are jammed, entire neighborhoods out, people filling the streets. The fear is gone. When the regime sees fear is gone, it turns violent. And when that happens, I've already seen footage of them opening fire on civilians. I can't show it, obviously, because of platform guidelines. I want to make something very clear. This is news content. It's happening. It's going on. We are not glorifying violence, nor are we interested in anyone getting hurt. May peace reign in the world. May everything be rosy. And may this 2026 bring the best for all of us. But it's obvious something is happening. Something is going on. Very, very intense images are coming through there. Who were we talking about before? A very important person from the regime's Revolutionary Guard. Was admitted to the hospital and hasn't left since. Responsible for repression in the repressive apparatus. And there he is. The regime has fallen. For his part, mobilizing the army. They are mobilizing helicopters. They are mobilizing tanks. They are preparing to quell the rebellion. We should also mention something else. There are women shouting freedom. Iranian women have started to take off their headscarves. The Iranian woman has started to walk in freedom, surrounded by men who are also seeking freedom. A people who have been shaped in the image and likeness of the Ayatollahs and who have grown tired. In Iran, walking like these two women without a headscarf is punishable by death. The thing is, if a woman shows her hair, it's a serious problem for men. It seems so. These are the friends of Nicolas Maduro, Vladimir Putin, Jinping, North Korea. Spain also hasn't had business in Iran. Saying the worst about each place, there it shows up. What else do we have? Long live the Shah, long live the Shah. They want to restore, at least temporarily, the Shah and have a democracy. This iconic image seeing a woman without a headscarf seems strange to us. In the 1980s, it was something normal. Young ladies, girls wore skirts. They went to the pool. They wore swimsuits. They had a normal life. But, of course, with the arrival of these barbarians, some crazed barbarians, things have gone from bad to worse. They've just gotten worse and worse. But 100 for each of the social sectors of Iran. Why is this moment important? It's important for this very reason. Listen carefully.
Can you support an Israeli attack on Iran if Iran doesn't have an agreement, if Iran continues with its seclusion and also with its nuclear weapons?
If Iran continues with its nuclear program quickly.
If they keep building missiles, we're going to attack. If they keep working on radioactive materials. Quickly, we're going to finish them off quickly. It's a crucial moment, because if we combine the interests of the United States and Israel in ending Iran's offensive capabilities, once and for all with the nuclear program, with all the threats, the ballistic missiles, taking advantage of the fact that right now people have taken to the streets, and bombing specific places could cause the complete fall of the regime. Let me give you an example. If what we're seeing right now in the streets of Tehran, or in Iran in general, this is my personal opinion. It's my personal analysis, what we're seeing right now. If this had happened during the 12-day war, there would no longer be a regime. There would be no regime, but it's true. Israel has told the Iranian people, we are watching and we are seeing what is happening. You are not alone. Be patient. Look at what has happened. Even at a political event with military leaders and a large crowd. During a public speech, a protester has challenged Pezeshkian. Look, to what extent is this story going, which keeps getting bigger and bigger? Look.
There's already been a drug.
Look what they've done.
During a public speech, protester challenged Iranian President Pezeshkian. Mr. Pezeshkian, please take 10 minutes to review your statements in the debate. People are under a lot of pressure because of livelihood issues, Pezeshkian responded. We also care about people's livelihoods. By the way, the one below on the right wearing a Revolutionary Guard uniform. I think that's Larry Honey. One of those involved in the Asociación Mutual Israelita Argentina attack in Argentina against the Jewish community. He even ordered his own son's execution for dissent.
He never ordered Marat Garcia killed.
And there are people who applaud in front of all of them, the Ayatollahs, who are there looking back. Silent, not applauding.
Okay, now sit down. Let me talk about the belt. Just sit down for a moment. What we're doing now for people's livelihoods.
We had never seen this in our lives.
Shuma aval bayat no.
We had seen it in our lives. A direct confrontation, people gathered. Important people inside Iran, raining down on and humiliating Pecheskian.
Sit down. If a fight starts and you both stand, it won't work. Just listen for a moment. Sit down for a moment.
Right now.
Let's go.
He's taking a risk, huh? They're taking a risk. They're taking a risk. Here's the thing. Aracel needs to make moves very wisely. Israel has to decide whether we give full support or complete to the Iranian revolution, or we stay on the sidelines. If we stay on the sidelines, Israel is going to face a situation where in the future it will have a war in which there will be bombings with ballistic missiles. Thank you, and some risks. Yes, Israel is taking advantage of this situation. The chaos right now. And it hits the key, the note, the Iranian piano, the exact key that opens the door to everything. A safer world. Look at this video, the police running away. The situation is critical and needs a decision. Or do we openly support and help? We give them a little push. To these protests? Or are we going to miss another opportunity again?
Yeah.
Possibly yes, possibly yes. Incredible. It's incredible. Who would have thought we'd see this? People shouting, Ali Khamenei, the butcher's going to fall. Look. It's incredible. It's incredible. We have to take this opportunity before it's too late.
Look,
Even the commanders of the basic unit, who are the most radical of the regime, let's say they're the Ayatollah's close guard, being pushed into something you don't want.
Look at the square.
Tremendous. They're even taking the basics out of there. They're even taking the basic ones out of there. Now they're making all sorts of things. An Iranian opposition group released images of plainclothes security forces evicting an unidentified person. While you can hear Tafomo, Ruisa Pahlavi is the one who is in the United States, waiting to return to reign in Iran. Careful, because this is the one with the white beard. Apparently, he's one of those in charge of kidnapping people and taking them to prisons. We have to let Israel through now. We have to let the United States through. We have to move. This is the moment. This is the moment. There won't be another one better than this. The enemy is currently in a weak position, Their people don't support them before they leave. Attack the population. We have to take measures that we have to take advantage of. This is an opportunity. This is a golden opportunity. This is a golden opportunity. If Israel takes part in this, it wins over the Iranian people 100%. 100? But we have to see what happens. Also, it's not easy. It obviously carries its risks to collaborate directly in that way. It carries its risks. It's to take an attack. Now I want to show something which is incredible. By the way, the Iranian ambassador, Israeli ambassador Danny Danon made this statement at the United Nations. The people. To the Iranian people who are protesting peacefully while being denied their basic rights, we hear you. Millions of people are struggling to survive, while the murderous regime invests billions in terrorism and nuclear ambitions, and peaceful protests are met with repression. We stand with you.
Oh.
I think that the thing is pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good for the freedom of Iran, pretty good for the interests of Israel. But we have to make a move, like I said. Looking the other way won't help. It won't bring anything good. I want to show you this because what we're about to see is not something usual. Let's leave Iran for a moment, but we're still in the area. What you're seeing is the port of Hadramaut. Well, the Hadramaut area, a port that's in Yemen. We're looking at Yemen. We leave Iran and go to Yemen. What we're seeing is probably a drone from the Saudi Air Force capturing footage of a port area where there are vehicles that belong to the United Arab Emirates. To the United Arab Emirates, its neighbor. They're brothers in faith, partners in some businesses. And you are going to see what will happen, please. Pay attention because this is not seen very often. The drone keeps recording. Keeps recording. And something is about to happen. A big explosion. Saudi Arabia attacked. The logistics of the United Arab Emirates and Yemen gave them an ultimatum. You have to leave Yemen within 24 hours. The United Arab Emirates is heading to the United Arab Emirates. They have withdrawn. Saudi Arabia now presents itself as the main sole actor in the Yemen issue. And above all, also in the future with the Houthis. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? I'm going to show you a bit so you can understand what's happening. Sorry, we didn't have a show yesterday. Circumstances beyond our control prevented live broadcasts. Today we're also at about 50% more or less. I want to show you something. Let's open the map. In recent years, the United Arab Emirates, along with another small coalition setting aside Saudi Arabia, has been opening military bases in Yemen or near the Yemen area to expand its scope, its zone of influence throughout the Persian Gulf, also in the Gulf of Aden. And leave you here. On this island you see here, the United Arab Emirates started building a runway. This didn't sit very well with Saudi Arabia. The United Arab Emirates, on the island of Socotra, which is also a highly strategic location, set up a military base in grand style. Saudi Arabia has seen this as an expansion it cannot allow and has decided to take action. Acted completely, as if dropping a bomb. Has anyone in the international community said anything? Has anyone commented? No, nobody. It seems that when it comes to Saudi Arabia, there shouldn't be any protests. People only protest when it's about Israel. How can this affect things? Saudi Arabia. Could it now become the only player capable of stopping the Houthis? They tried before but failed. Which once again leaves the door open for us. Here Israel comes into play. Although the recognition of Israel, Esamal, and Lam has brought Saudi Arabia-Israel relations to their lowest point. Lowest point. And now what? The silent Ayatollah never appears, speaks, or shows up on television, and seems unaware of what's happening, maybe. But soon he will find out. What do you think? I want to ask you in the chat, what attitude should Israel have at this moment in history? Let's hear your comments. Does 2025 end? Family, this year has gone by so fast. So many things have happened. So many things we've experienced. It's incredible. Let's start with the super chats first, and then we'll take some comments. Carls, thank you so much for that super chat. Maria, poor people. Let's hope they don't do to them what they did to the Syrians. More than 10 years ago, Bashar al-Assad ordered the elimination of his own people. He took thousands of lives. They've been doing it since the beginning. Maria, anyone who goes against the Ayatollahs ends up badly. Daphne, thank you very much. Goodbye to the Ayatollahs. Thank you so much, Daphne Vanberry. Happy New Year 2026 strategies to the whole community. We celebrate this 2025. It has been very intense. Maricela, thank you so much for that super chat. Max Hansa, it's been so long since I last saw you. Happy New Year. Thank you so much, Miriam. Happy 2026. Strategies, moderators, family, let's pray for peace. Van Berry, strategies. Happy New Year. Wishing you success and good health, William. Congratulations, strategies, and greetings to everyone from Puerto Rico. Now that we've mentioned Puerto Rico, don't miss it now, later. When we do the Venezuela episode, don't miss it, says Marifam here. If I were Israel, would I attack? He says if I were Israel, I would attack the missile threads. It's a golden opportunity. Placido, blessings and strategies. God bless you too, Placido. Thank you. Thank you for showing affection to the community. Happy New Year from the Canary Islands. But over there in Spain, it's not New Year's yet. You still have a few hours to go. Still good. We're going on. We're going on. We're still at it. Let's see what else we have. And what could happen is that the regime becomes violent, and as a result, Donald Trump has to act. It could be an option. It could be an option. In fact, I think it would be the most likely option, or the one most likely to happen in the next few hours. They already give you 4 days. If Isfahan gives Run Mabat Kermasham. The places where Iran's main missile bases are located are currently experiencing protests. It's not a coincidence. There are no coincidences. Coincidence in these matters doesn't exist. It doesn't happen. Let's see more. More protests.
More communities, Moshe. And they dare to...
Well, in Iran, there are some women who walk down the street dressed in black, who are the women's police. They go after the girls who don't cover their hair properly, who don't cover their hair. They put them in vans and make them disappear. That's also not an important point. closed businesses in Isfahan. It's a complete stop. It's a country that's coming to a complete standstill. We have to free these people. We have to liberate them. We have to help them. We have to support them in the face of what's happening. What has the Iranian crown prince said? Word for word, what did he say? Let's take a look. Now we're heading to the United States. What has the man who might be chosen to lead Iran to democracy said?
That I am establishing a formal channel for military, security, and police personnel to reach out directly to me, my team, and our expanding operation. This is a secure platform to efficiently manage the growing volume of inbound communications and requests from those breaking with the regime and seeking to join our movement.
Pay attention to what he is saying. Word and pray. We have created a secure communication system so that defectors, security forces, police, the army, and important people can join the revolution with guaranteed protection.
Those patriotic members of our armed forces, the time is now to join the nation.
The time is now. For all those members of the state security forces,
You do.
if you do,
I'll ensure your service to Iran is remembered.
I will make sure your service to Iran is not forgotten, is celebrated, and has been celebrated. It seems like he's serious. It seems like he's serious. It's just a little push to bomb 4 places, 4 bunkers. It was done in 12 days. It's not hard. Well, it does cost something, but it's a lesser evil compared to the greater evil that's coming. If the Ayatollahs stay, you have to understand, it's not that clear or easy. Family, there are many of us right now. Live here in military strategies. Let's see how many people we are. 15,000 people. We were here just a moment ago. This has gone down. I want to show you something. Netanyahu has said that Somaliland wants to join the Abraham Accords. Very interesting. What has he said about Iran? Attention.
I wouldn't rule out the possibility of shipments from Iran.
We might eliminate. He says, I wouldn't rule out the possibility of arms shipments from Iran. To where?
To Venezuela?
Venezuela?
This has got to change, and I think President Trump is showing remarkable leadership facing up to that threat here. Supporting your fighting ally as well to fight not only for our interests, but also for American interests against.
Donald Trump has shown that he is fighting with us, not only for us, for our alliance, but also for his own security. And Bibi says, no. And he is telling. Iran sends weapons to Venezuela. It was true for a moment, now we see it.
It's radical Muslims who basically chant death to America, and they mean it.
You're right, Bibi. They're sending weapons from Iran to Venezuela. Please, I want to see a picture. I want to find a picture that can clarify many things. This could also serve as a link to the next program. What has Iran sent to Venezuela?
No.
Is that what he's plotting? Pay attention to the photograph. Pay attention to what's coming next. Was Bibi right about what we see here? Libertador Base. Iranian-made drones. Armed Mohajer 6 model. Iran has been sending drones to Venezuela, and be careful with those drones, because things aren't so easy now. If Iran falls, Maduro could fall too. If Maduro falls, Iran could fall too. The fate of both is becoming linked and goes hand in hand. And maybe what we're seeing and witnessing, and this, I insist, connects with the next program. It's something global. It's something that goes beyond boats transporting things across the Caribbean Sea. We're seeing something even more important. We need to watch this closely since things can change fast. Have you seen it yet? We used to finish a show at 11:30 and start again at 12. A war between Israel and Iran? It's that clear. At any moment, the spark could ignite again and it could fall and rain again. Missiles everywhere. Family, we're leaving here, but we're not really leaving. We'll be right back with Venezuela. Soon on military strategies. Where, how, and when did the attack happen? United States. In Venezuela? New information, new details. It wasn't in the warehouse we saw the other day. It was another place. See you soon. Take care.